Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the Dreaded D-Rose Report. Here we go. Legends Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Not flying too well anymore. He has preliminary hearing scheduled for Monday morning. Well, yeah, last Monday. In Allentown, Pennsylvania. By the way, he was indicted on September 1st for 1983 murder of his then girlfriend, Nancy Argentino. Snuka's been charged with involuntary manslaughter and third-degree murder. But I haven't heard anything on, I don't know whether it got continued or what. I haven't heard anything about the case, or rather the hearing. So, can't give you any news on that. And by the way, John Cena's been co-hosting the Today Show. He did Monday. He has quite often lately. I'm not sure what he's up to, whether he's trying to get some experience at talk shows or what. But Sting recently spoke with the Houston Chronicles to promote his World Heavyweight title match against Seth Rollins at Night of Champions, and he commented on finally joining WWE. He said, quite honestly, he said, I never thought it would happen, that I'd be in WWE, but here I am. Whether it was right or wrong, I made a decision to stay with another group, talking about TNA, that had came to the table with everything I was asking for, and I stayed apart from WWE, and I was fine. This year, I figured out it was time. PWI Insider reports a recent deal that saw Jeff Jarrett return to TV with the TNA storyline that went. I guess it maybe ended last night, included Dixie Carter buying out Jarrett's minority ownership in TNA. The deal also included Jeff Jarrett's Hall of Fame induction and the promotion of Global Force Wrestling, and GFW have the rights to book TNA talent. Well, anyway, TNA talked about it was going to be a winner-take-all lethal lockdown match, which went on last night, and I supposedly, I guess, haven't seen it yet. TNA won, except for you guys that get the that has the DVR. I don't know why, but it don't say TNA Impact Wrestling anymore. It's under just Impact Wrestling, so you may want to check. And next week it may not tape if you pre-program it that way. All right, Total Divas the other night said the ladies traveled to Mexico for a vacation, and during Paige's she announces her engagement. Meanwhile, the Bellas learned that they have a new sibling, and Alicia puts Trinity's relationship with John at risk. That's what happened. I think it was last night. Forget when it's on. And the following matches have been announced for Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore, November 13th from Philadelphia, which I'm not sure whether I wish they were pay-per-views. But anyway, it's going to be Dreamer and Tajiri taking on Eric Young and Ethan Carter III, Bobby Roode taking on Austin Aries, Abyss taking on Rhino, Eddie Kingston taking on Tommaso Ciampa. And Batista, he's been at the Frankfurt Motor Show in Germany earlier this week, and he was appearing there for the 007 Spectre James Bond movie. Yep, he's in it. Today's news now, let's just start with it. WWE Network has started, if you have the network, it is, I get tired of watching it every once in a while because I watch so much of it. But anyway, they started adding episodes of ECW TV onto the network from 1996. Multiple sources has confirmed that ZZ, Lupe, and Amanda, they've signed WWE deals down at NXT. ZZ's working out of the Performance Center. Amanda is right now filming for Total Divas. And Triple H confirmed that December 16th, NXT TakeOver is going to be in London. And the event's already sold out. Rachel Ellering, does that last name sound familiar? Well, anyway, she's the daughter of Hall of Famer Paul Ellering, and is currently training at the Lance Storm Wrestling Academy. Rachel, by the way, is a bronze medalist power lifter and a big pro wrestling fan. All right, WWE's Tough Enough competitor Tanner Saraceno, something like that, lost in the main event of the Gladiator Challenge MMA show in Kuwait, September 11th. Anyway, he's looking to do pro wrestling, but the idea is to get the fighting gigs to help him save money so he can attend a good wrestling school. Good idea. Thought out, well thought out. The official Facebook page for Puerto Rico's World Wrestling Council promotion is pushing Miguel Perez for the 2016 Hall of Fame class. Anyway, Perez passed away in 2005, but worked in WWE from the late 50s to early 60s, and WCCW is going to be honoring Perez. WWC, put that way. Will be honoring Perez at their upcoming anniversary show in, I think it's this month. WWC co-founder Carlos Colon was inducted in WWE in 2014. NXT kicks off their 3-night tour in Texas, starting around Houston, Texas. Matches scheduled is going to be Finn Balor taking on Tyler Breeze, which I think they do that constantly down there. Bayley taking on Emma. Samoa Joe taking on Byron Corbin. Eva Marie is currently in Vegas for the 2015 Mr. Olympia convention, which I don't know, it doesn't sound right to me. I'm going to have to look into that. I thought maybe Mrs. Olympia. After she headed to the Wizard World in Ohio, then back again to Vegas for her birthday. The Rock. He's expecting his first child with longtime girlfriend Lauren Hashem. Close source says confirmed that the couple's news in their publication, and said they were so excited. The Rock already has a 14-year-old daughter, Simone, with ex-wife Danny Garcia, and The Rock has been dating Hashem for around 9 years. They met in 2006 on the filming of The Game Plan. Remember that? I don't know how they ended up having a baby, though. Usually, you got to get married, don't you? Joey Styles, by the way, he revealed on Twitter, fellow ECW originals Taz and Tommy Dreamer, they were in WWE studios today in Stamford. And WWE officials have repeatedly reached out to all talent, including those no longer in wrestling, but still affiliated with the company, you know, like Ric Flair, you know, kind of with the company, but anyway, told them not to have any contact with Hulk Hogan due to the racial comment scandal. Don't know when that trial's coming up, but this comes right after Hogan's recent, he went on a media tour in hopes of getting back real with the company. Hogan has an upcoming one-night appearance in the UK with former WWE talents like Lanny Poffo, Jimmy Hart, Outback Jack, remember him? Bushwhacker Luke, and Fred Ottman, which is Tugboat. Latest episode of Jim Ross Report podcast features Bill Eadie, Barry Darsow, known in WWE as Axe and the Smash, Demolition. JR asked what led to the end of Demolition after their 7-year run, and Eadie said he had an allergic reaction to shrimp after traveling to Japan. So much he developed a toxic buildup of iodine. Just prior to WrestleMania, he had shrimp dinner, which triggered an anaphylactic reaction. And Eadie said he had an out-of-body experience and had to take some time off. That's when WWE brought Crush in. Anyway, Eadie took more of a managerial role then. Eadie said that some of the promises were some promises were made, I guess it's supposed to be made, that weren't kept. So he decided it was time to leave the company. Darsow added that matches with Demolition against the Road Warriors just before disbanding were some of the worst matches they ever had. Ross also asked the duo about the Hall of Fame induction, would it be a big deal? Darsow said it would be a huge deal, but also there are a number of guys worthy of being inducted. Eadie, already a member of the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame as the Masked Superstar, but said WWE induction would be nice, and said everyone likes to be recognized for their contribution to the business. JR believes they are a shoe-in for a future class. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.